Hello, people. Well, apparently YouTube decided to screw up my last video because apparently they didn't like certain things I was saying. Too bad. You know, this is why I don't. This is what frustrates me. Okay, one, I don't trust politicians, and I never will trust politicians because they're full of it, and they always have been full of it, and they always will be full of it. I don't trust anything a politician says. Oh, I'll get to why YouTube. Believe me, I know what they did. They didn't like me using certain words about the poor innocent Hamas or whatever you want to call them. They're terrorists. Get over it. They're proving they're terrorists by everything they're doing last week. Anyway, I'm almost tempted not to do this only because I liked what I said the first time. It was frustrating. I have to redo it because unfortunately, sensitive. Oh, really? Sure. Considering some of the stuff I have seen on YouTube that isn't censored, yeah, what I'm saying is harmless compared to some of the crap I've heard and see on Facebook. I mean, on YouTube. Okay, so get your head out of the sand and deal with reality. Hamas is a terrorist organization. It is killing people. There are videos of them killing people. Of I will be sensitive, doing violent things to women. Is that okay with Facebook with YouTube? Is that sensitive enough for you trigger happy humans on YouTube? Is it okay if I use those words? I wouldn't want to frighten you with reality. They're killing people. They killed over 1,000. What 1,200 people now? And you want me to be sensitive about this? No, thank you. Israel ain't going anywhere. You can attack Israel all you want. It ain't going anywhere. The God of Israel is not going to let Israel go anywhere. He put them in their land and he's keeping them there. There are videos of what Hamas is doing to people, to men, women, children, babies, adults, even dogs. I saw a video of Hamas killing a dog for defending and protecting his home. Yeah, it is irritating. It is very angry. I was actually a lot calmer in the last video than I am in this one because this is ridiculous. Oh, I expect it to happen again. I mean, they literally deleted about 12 minutes of what I did last time. It's incredible. It amazes me the blinders that people want to have over what's happening in their very eyes. Israel is being attacked. Are you going to deny this? No. I'm sorry. When governments stand up for Israel, I worry because they're not really for Israel. They're for the political moment. I don't trust governments. I don't trust politicians. I don't trust the media because they're full of it. If the Holocaust never would have happened if governments had done something in the beginning. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm sure this video will probably also be whatever. Maybe. I'm trying to be nice now. I'm trying to be not the trigger happy emotional ones. Because they're triggered, apparently, obviously, in YouTube by reality of what's really happening in Israel. I've told you, and I've said it before, I don't blame the Palestinians. I've said it last time in the last video, and this is the video I have to redo. The Palestinians are not the problem. They're not the problem. I keep saying that. You would think that they would figure this out. The terrorists are. The people killing other people are. They're the problem. And yes, I'm going to repeat myself. I'm not sure whether I'm doing it or they're doing it, but somebody's doing it. Let's see, what's this say? Uh-huh. Whatever. I was a lot calmer in the last video, number 3. I was a lot calmer, yeah, a lot less heated than I am right now. I meant what I said in the last one. Jews are not going anywhere. The Holocaust didn't have to happen. If these nations who are just falling all over themselves, oh, Israel has a right to defend itself. No, you don't believe that for a second. I know you don't. You haven't believed that since day one. It's irritating. I was a lot calmer in the other one than this. But they did. They deleted about 10 minutes of the last one. Thereabouts. I mean, it's frustrating to realize what's happening in Israel, and you can't do anything about it except sit here and pray for them and support organizations. The best organization, by the way, to support, and I'm going to say this again, is the International Fellowship of Christian and Jews. That's the best organization I can think of if you want to help with Israel. You want to help in Israel, help, donate money, donate something, whatever. Get in contact with them, donate to them. They're a great organization. I've been watching them for a long time, so I know what I'm talking about. I mean, I hate telling you people who are trigger happy and, wouldn't want to trigger anybody with biblical references, but I hate telling you this. But the prophet Ezekiel did prophesy that Russia will invade Israel and they will be annihilated. And her allies will be Iran, Ethiopia, Libya, and they will be annihilated. The sad reality is that most Muslims, most Arabs, most whatever term you want to use, want to live in peace. They really do. I believe this. They might not agree, but I'm pretty sure they just want to live their lives, go about their business, and just live their lives. You want to solve the Middle East problem? Destroy the terrorists. Hunt them down and shoot them. I'm sorry, I know that's violence, but you know what? They're going to shoot me. They're going to hunt me down, and they're going to shoot me. They're going to shoot every Jew they can find, and you know this to be true, because that's what they keep saying out loud on TV and everywhere else. But it's okay for them to say it. But when a Jew stands his ground and says, I'm not running anymore, all of a sudden the Jew becomes the problem. All of a sudden, the Israelis become the problem because they no more, never again means never again. We're not going to be pushed into those camps anymore. We're not going to be gassed, and we're not going to be shot, and we're not going to be pushed in the trenches and buried alive. Read your history. If people, certain groups, certain YouTube types can't handle the truth and can't handle history, then maybe you should find a different job. Because that's history. That's fact. Read about Auschwitz. Read about Dachau. Read about Treblinka. Read about all the other camps and all the other atrocities committed by people who thought they could destroy and kill off the Jews. We're not going anywhere. We will never go anywhere. God put us here. He hasn't left us. Jew hatred is not new. The Babylonians tried to get rid of us and they failed. The Romans tried to kick us out of our land and we came back and they fell. The Nazi Germans, not all Germans are bad. Not a lot of Germans in Germany at the time really didn't like what was going on. It's just like most Arabs don't like what's going on. Look, I'm going to keep repeating that because I really do think that's important, and I do believe it. I think most Arabs, Muslims, Palestinians, whatever, really do just want to live their lives. They really don't care about all this political nonsense. They don't support Hamas. Most of them, I guarantee you, if they could answer the question in secret and not be caught, they would say, no, I really want Hamas to go away. Let me live my life. I may not agree with my Jewish neighbor, but I can live in peace with him because he wants to live in peace with me. And that was sure triggering to some of you people, and apparently it is. Look, you want to solve the Middle East problem? You got to defeat the terrorists. And you know how you defeat the terrorists? Unfortunately, you kill them. Okay? That is what they have pledged to do to Israel. They have pledged to kill Jews. It's okay to say that, but heaven forbid that a Jew should defend himself. Heaven forbid that a Jew should stand and say enough's enough. I love it how the nations of the world and leaders say, okay, Israel, you can defend yourself, but oh no, not that much. You can't go that far. Why not? They're going that far. The enemy is going that far. Hamas is going that far. Shall I repeat again what Hamas has been doing all week long? What they did in the first few 24 hours when they invaded? Or is that going to be deleted from my YouTube channel? Because we don't want to hear the truth. We don't want to hear the atrocities committed by the Muslims. Hamas. Okay, I've read the Quran, people. I'm sorry, whether you like it or not, the Quran does not teach peace. If it did, wouldn't the Muslims be able to get along with each other better? I've often wondered that. Why is it that if this is a religion of peace, why is it that so many Muslims can't seem to get along with each other very well? Because if it's a religion of peace, they should be. I mean, it makes sense, doesn't it? But it's not. You read it. If you can read it, and you can defend it, and you can convince me that that's what the Quran is, okay, convince me. Don't delete anything I've said. Convince me. Convince me that the Quran is what it claims to be. I mean, I've read it. I've read it twice. I know what I find. I know what I read when I read it. I could read words. I'm checking to see if, I don't know. It tells me I'm still connected, but you never know with this nonsense. I'm pretty sure I know why my other video was. Let me just. I'm beginning to really believe I'm going to have to do this again. Hope not. Oh, I know what it is, people. Believe me, I understand social media problems. I understand what you're allowed and not allowed to say, or you shouldn't say. But the trigger warnings. Life does not have a trigger warning. Life is not fair. And I'm sorry, all this week, watching the videos of what's happening in southern Israel and with Hamas, and the Israelis fighting and standing up for their country and coming back to help fight for their country, and it's heartbreaking. I'll be nice, and I won't describe what basically the news media is even saying is happening, because we want people to review reality, or reality. It's frustrating. Could you imagine? Anyway, I'm going to post this now as it is and see what happens. I like the other version. I did better. I do, but anyway. Like, share, comment, subscribe. My window's open, sorry. It's supposed to rain today. Supposed to rain for a while. A couple of 12 hours or so. Excuse me. Here's me again. I'm terrible at that. Well, behave yourselves, people, because I'm not going to. Let's see if this one gets posted properly. See if anything goes wrong.